Okay. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We just really appreciate you taking the time out of your night, out of your busy schedule to come and see if this opportunity is right for you and your family. We really just want you to be able to get the information you need. No pressure at all, but just so you have the information so you can think and pray on it and see if this could bless your family, bless your life like it has ours. So whether I invited you or one of the other women on here, we're so glad you're here, and we're so excited to just share this information with you. So in this next, we're going to try and keep it about 30 minutes. We will be sharing with you who Beachbody is, what we do, how you earn money, how much time it takes, are there fees, what happens if you get started, do you have to push products, how do I work social media? So we're going to fire it out at you so you get all the information that you need. And then we'll hopefully have a few minutes at the end where you can ask questions. In the meantime, there is a chat section. So at the bottom, you can either hit chat, or I think on your phone, there's an option to chat too. If you want to type your questions in, we will get to those at the end as well. So if they come up as we're talking, feel free to type your questions in also. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just get started and let you guys know who Beachbody is. So most people have heard of Beachbody because they're the leading in-home fitness program company. Most people have heard of P90X, Insanity, TurboFire, Body Beast, the new 80-Day Obsession, Shakeology. They have tons of workout programs as well as supplements. We're getting ready to come out with some new bars, not like a bar you go drink at, but a bar that you eat. A new program called 2B Mindset's coming out that really helps focus on your mindset with food, emotional eating, yo-yo dieting, that type of thing. I'm so excited for this because I feel like this is something most of us struggle with at one point or another. That's coming out in May. So there's all this new stuff coming out because they're seeing where needs are for the women, and not just women, men too, in our society. So many exciting things coming. So what do we do as coaches? That's kind of some people are like, so do you guys just take sweaty selfies? Like what's going on? Not it at all. I mean, that's maybe a little bit of it. But the first thing we do as coaches is commit to our own health journey first and foremost. And that does not mean we are perfect. That does not mean we eat chicken and broccoli. That doesn't mean that we work out every day for hours. All it means is that we're committing our lifestyle to be better than we were the day before. I don't know if that really makes sense, but to strive to be healthy for our family so we can be healthy to take care of those we love, so we can be around for our family in the long run. So that is our first priority, is to really just take care of ourselves, not striving for perfection, but just progress, and that has to come first. So the second thing we do is inspire people who want and need accountability. Well, more want accountability. We don't want to push this on anybody. We want to just help those that want the help. And we are here to inspire them, to encourage them. I always tell people I feel like I'm a professional encourager. Like, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a nutritionist, but we are here to encourage people and just hold them accountable to living this healthy lifestyle. And then we share our journey on social media. This is the scariest thing, I think, for a lot of people. It was for me. Some of these women have heard me tell my story, but I just was such a Facebook, Instagram stalker before I started coaching. I hardly ever posted, maybe like a picture of my kid here and there. But putting my life on social media was like the scariest thing ever. But the reason that we do that is to build trust with people so they can get to know us. They can see that we're real people, that we have struggles, we have victories, and that's how relationships get built, because they think, I can relate to this girl. She's going through hard stuff with her job or in mom life, and I can relate to her. And that's how we build trust, is when we share those things. Now, you don't have to post on social media all day long. You don't have to do, share everything in your life, but it's just starting to share your journey with your health, with your family, just being in fellowship with people, so we can really build that relationship. So as coaches, the other thing, many people think, well, I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to push sales. And that's just not how it works. It's not how we roll. I like to think of it more as serving and sharing versus selling. We are just serving people with the tools we know have worked for us, and sharing what works, just as if we would share, if we had an awesome hair product that we love, we would share with our girlfriend. Just sharing the things that are working to help us in our lives versus selling and pushing things on people. It really is serving and sharing. The other thing is personal and professional development. And some people think of this as like self-help books or whatever. And that's honestly what I thought when they told me, like, you need to be reading a personal development book. I'm like, I ain't reading no self-help book. But you guys, this has been so huge for me, because I think a lot of times we don't realize the little things we struggle with, whether it's confidence or self-worth or time management. And being able to focus on those things improves your overall life, and therefore improves your relationships and the people around you. So we really encourage personal development, professional development, just where we are learning things with social media, with the company, what's coming out. We provide all the trainings for you. You won't be thrown to the wolves and you have to find things. We will hand you the trainings you need to make this successful. And then also, kind of the bread and butter of what we do in our business is hosting and running online accountability groups. Now, some of you might be in a group right now or have done one in the past, but this is basically either run in an app or a small group on Facebook, where we are there to hold women accountable to their goals. So whether that is, getting their workouts in, getting some quiet time in, eating healthy, whole foods, this is where we put our, I don't want to say our money where our mouth is. I don't feel like that's the right term. But when people commit with you, we don't say, okay, you bought a product from me, you bought a workout program or Shakeology, good luck. That it doesn't work like that. We are here to go on this journey with people and to help them and encourage them when things get tough. Hold on, I'm going to mute everyone real quick. I forgot to do that at the beginning, and that is my fault. Sorry, guys. You can always unmute yourself if you have questions, but I'm going to mute everyone real quick. There we go. Okay. I have background noise here too, so hopefully it's not distracting anybody. But anyways, the online accountability groups. So as a new coach, you are not expected to run these on your own. You will have guidance. You can run them with the coach you sign up with. You can invite people to theirs. We all kind of work together as a team until you feel ready to do it on your own. We provide you with content in case you're not sure what to share with people yet. So things will be handed to you. You just have to implement and take action. And then the last thing we do is build and train a team. And that's if you want to build this business. That's if you want to grow it, to bring in an income to support your family. And I always considered myself a follower. I was like, I don't want to be in the front. I don't want to lead people. I don't want to push people, like hold them accountable. Like, I'd rather just stay back here and do my own thing. So when I heard this part of the business, I thought, this isn't for me. Like, that's not my thing. But as you grow and you work alongside women who are striving after the same goals and going, just trying to survive adulthood, you learn to take on new things that you didn't think you could, because you have people doing it alongside you. And so I don't want you guys to feel like all these things I'm telling you that coaches do is something you should know how to do right now. You should probably feel like you don't know how to do any of that yet. That's how we all felt when we started. But that's what we're here for, is to take you under our wing and train you and let you know just how to do that successfully without being pushy, all those things that scare people. So I'm going to move on to the money thing. That's kind of like the elephant in the room. Like, well, how do you make money? Like, how does this work? Is this a pyramid scheme? Not a pyramid scheme. Those are completely illegal. I think a lot of people think multi-level marketing are pyramids just because, you wanted people to sign up with you and how they're set up. There's two legs and people are underneath you, but it's not a pyramid whatsoever. They are completely illegal. This company has been around for over 10 years now and have run completely legally. They have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. I mean, it's a legit company. It's a legit business. So how you make money as a coach, the first way and the simplest and quickest and easiest way, I say easy, is commission. So when you help someone get started on their own journey and you get them set up with a program or a nutrition plan, you get a 25% commission on whatever they purchased. And so that brings in an income for you. You also receive a 25% discount on any products you would buy. So if you signed up as a coach, even if you're just like, I just want to work on my own journey for a while, but I love the products, I want to be a coach to get these discounts. A lot of us signed up like that at first. Just to receive the discounts and get going on our journey. So you do receive 25% off any products once you are a coach. So there's commissions, but I always tell people, like, if you want to build a residual income with this, you don't want to feel like you have to sell tons and tons of products. Like, that's not how it works. And you don't want that burden of feeling like you have to make sales to make ends meet. So in the long run, and this takes time, you guys, this isn't instant, but we have what we call team cycle bonus. And I always tell people, we have a video for this. I was not made to explain this. It's numbers. It's hard to understand, but the vague way to understand is that me, myself, can only help so many people. And I have, this circle of influence. Let's say Jackie, for instance, is in my circle of influence. She has all these other people she can help as well. Since Jackie is a coach within my team, when she brings in new women to help them get started, it creates volume. All products are assigned a certain amount of volume. So when she's bringing that volume in, it rolls up to whoever she signed up with. And every week, depending on the volume, it cycles, and you get paid so much money per cycle. So this only happens when you start helping other women get started on their journey and help them help other women get started on their journey. So it's kind of a ripple effect. And your income truly is a direct reflection of how many people you are helping. Like, you cannot make a significant amount of money in this if you are not literally changing people's lives with their health and wellness. So, and that's how I try to look at it in making money, because some people think making money is bad. It's not. Making money is not bad. It's how we survive. It's our livelihood. But when you can do it alongside women and serving them and being with them through a journey, there's just something to it that I can't even explain. It's just an awesome feeling to know you're doing something that you love in the freedom of your own time in your home. That just kind of makes a huge difference than something, like working a 9-to-5 and working for someone else. So with that, a lot of people ask, okay, so how much time am I going to have to put into this? And what we like to tell new coaches is, to get your business up and running, you need to be able to commit about an hour a day. And I'm not saying 7 days a week. A lot of us in here, like to take a Sabbath or think of the weekend, as a time for family. So whatever that looks like for you, you can absolutely work 7 days a week, but whatever it looks like for you, you can get started on an hour a day. And we kind of give you these tasks. Like, these are the things that need to be done daily to start building your business. So now I do this full-time. I work part-time hours. I'd say I work 2 to 3 hours a day, give or take. Some days only an hour, some days maybe 4 hours, depending on if I have help. But I've been doing this 5 years, and I have a team of other people that I'm helping. So I have a lot more responsibility now doing it this much longer. But as a newer coach, you start out and we can teach you how to start building, but it has to be consistent. It has to be something that you still show up and do. And I always tell women that this business is so simple, because we will hand you the tools you need. We will hand you the steps. We will hand you the roadmap on how to build a business, but it's not easy. It's not easy because it's easy not to do it. I hope that makes sense. It's so easy to be like, okay, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. And I never want to bring in new women and say, this is easy. You're going to make so much money and you're going to do this. And we just want to be so upfront and honest with you that this is a relationship business. And so when you're working with women that can, I keep saying women, men can do this too, guys, but our team is mostly women. But when you're working with people, there's relationships, and it takes time to build trust. And you just have to know that you have to put in the time and the consistency to see the fruits of your labor. But we do it together. You're not on your own. You're not on an island learning it and doing it by yourself. So anyways, I think that was most of what I was going to cover. I'm going to hand it over to Jackie. She's going to share a few more things with you guys. And yeah, take it away.
Sorry, my microphone was gone for a second. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about a few more things, and the first thing is what happens if you get started. So the first thing you're going to do is super simple, and that's to talk with your coach or the person who invited you tonight. They are going to be your direct mentor, your direct support. If you choose to do this as a business, they'll still, even though Lindsay's my business mentor, she's also still my coach. So that part doesn't change either. But you're also going to get mentorship from our team, our uplines. So my coaches have my mentorship, but they also have Lindsay's. And our team is a part of a top team in the whole Beachbody company. And so you'll also have access to those trainings as well. So our team does 2 trainings a month. And then we have other trainings from our upline and things like that. You'll get put into a mentorship program. We do it through a private Facebook group. And that's where we give you, I love this because we really just take this one step at a time. So that you're not so overwhelmed, because I think so many people go into this, like Lindsay said, feeling like you have to know all this already, and that's just not true. So we just take it one step at a time at your pace and give you a simple task each day. And then once you're past that, you'll be put into a success pod, and that's where we have just little groups of like-minded women on our team who are going towards similar goals, if that makes sense. So that we're all kind of working towards the same thing and there to support. It's kind of like a challenge group, but for your business. So we're there to support each other. And then, sorry, I'm looking at notes so I don't forget and get off track. Okay, and so then that's like the trainings and stuff that you get from our team and our upline. But you'll also be given a website. So Beachbody takes care of all of that for you. You don't have to build a website. There's no stocking product, anything like that. Your website will house your online office, which includes all kinds of trainings from corporate. You'll learn about how to build a network from us and from them, how to host groups, become a leader, things like that. So there's trainings on there, tools. I don't know if some of you have probably seen, especially if you've been in a challenge group, they provide us with like little videos that talk about the programs, just more detailed information, because I think sometimes, especially myself getting into this, I felt like I had no business doing a health and fitness business because I had no background in that. And especially coming onto a team full of nurses, that wasn't like at all my thing. But I want you to understand that it doesn't need to be. If you have experience in that, of course that can benefit your business. But you don't have to go into this with that kind of knowledge. You will get all of that training and learn so much. And those tools are there for you. So then the best thing about this, the very first thing you're going to get, and it's my favorite piece, is you're going to get a family. Our team is truly just, they've become my family. I'm looking at a picture of our team from our trip last summer, and it is like, these are the people I didn't realize I needed in my life. And you're going to be getting that while you're becoming your best self. So really, you're just getting the best of everything. You're building a business, but your number one job is to work on you and to love on each other. So that part is my favorite. Fees. People always ask about fees. What does it cost to be a coach? So the sign-up fee to become a coach is $39.95. Most people don't pay that because that is waived with your challenge pack, or you've probably heard us call it the Simple Solutions Toolkit. That's where you have your Shakeology and your program, the containers, all of that. So when you purchase that, that's what most people use to get started on their own health journey. And when you sign up as a coach at the same time, that $40 fee is waived. If you've ever bought a challenge pack, so say you've already bought yours and now you're deciding to be a coach, you just fill out a form and they refund your money. And then the only requirement to be a coach is a $15.95 a month fee. However, I know that like scares a lot of people because they're like, another fee, but really, even if you're doing this for the discount, it's totally worth it because you get a 25% discount. So I save $19 a month on my shakes, which to me, that's just totally worth it right there. And that's it. Those are the only required fees. So let's talk sales. Lindsay touched on this. We say no thank you to sales. That's just not what we do. We serve and we share. Yes, the products are involved, but it comes more natural because you're building a relationship. And when someone, like a problem arises and they come to you, or through conversation, you hear them speak about a problem that they're having, we generally have tools to offer them. And why not share that? When something's changed your life, why not share that with a friend, right? So that is basically what we do. We don't put in orders. There's no quota. We don't stock product, anything like that. When someone is ready and wants to use a product, it's as simple as getting their email and their flavor of Shakeology and plugging it in for them, and then Beachbody sends them the link. Super easy. So what we do as coaches is we inspire, we connect, we listen, we recommend, and we help. And then we repeat the cycle. And we do that through, like she talked about, social media posts, through chatting with people one-on-one. And I know that sounds super scary, but know that you are in the presence of a team of introverts. None of us on this team are people-y people, but what I've learned is that when you do super scary things, the biggest blessings happen in your life. That's what I have found in doing this for almost 2 years. Every time, and I still get scared to death to do things, but every time I do them, every time I'm vulnerable and share something that was super scary, God blesses me in this huge and crazy way. I have a friend, someone who can relate to me. The list just goes on and on. I could go on about that part forever too. So network. A lot of people say to me, I don't have a network. I don't have a social media following. Okay, when I started this, I had just gotten rid of my Facebook because I was done with the negativity. And so my husband and I decided we deleted our accounts. We got a separate one under a fake name, true story, and we had 100 friends, family and church family. That was it. And then God was like, I want you to coach. And Lindsay was like, you're going to need to have a public social media account. So all that had to change. And that was scary to me. And I thought, how am I going to, people are not going to want to follow me. Again, I had 30 pounds to lose. I had no business in health and fitness, but that's something we teach you. It's something you grow into. And it's really, I want you to take the word network out of it and think about community, because that's really what you're going to end up building. And that's what we teach you to do. And really the simple way to explain that is just, we teach you to be yourself, to grow into you, because you're going to attract your tribe. It is funny how much alike, I mean, there's women that are under Lindsay that I have not even met in person, and we'll chat through the team page and I'm like, we're the same person. And it's because you attract your people. And that's just by being authentically you. So everyone has a community and the size looks different for everyone. And as you do this, as you grow, your community will grow. Okay, so then the other question is, do I need to be fit? And I already addressed that with my story. No. I started doing this when basically at the beginning of my journey. And really, I know that scares a lot of people, but truly you're more relatable when you do that. People are able to follow your story from beginning. There's really no end. That's what this is. This isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle. And so you're taking people with you, and they need that time to begin to know you, to like you, to trust you. So really the best way to do that is to do the really scary thing and start at the beginning, so that you can share it all, your stumbles and your victories, so that you can show them not to compare, but that if you can do it, so can they. And then certifications, again, no, there's no certifications or anything like that involved. We're cheerleaders. We're believers. I have found that, as I was talking to Lindsay today, that I feel like lately I've been surrounded by so many conversations of women who just don't believe in themselves. They're scared to death because they don't believe in them, and they don't have anybody in their life who does, which sounds really sad, but it's true. And so that's what we do. Even if sale is not involved, we're there to share faith with people, to lift them up. This social media platform that we talk about that's so scary, it can be an amazing tool for ministry if you choose to use it that way. And I cannot read this. Oh, we leave the training and the nutrition to the professionals. So we let Autumn take care of that part of it. So basically it's just like paying it forward. So like I said, when I came into this, I didn't have any knowledge of that stuff, and I still would definitely not call myself an expert. But I have learned things along the way. And so you just share that with people, what's worked for you, and when you don't know the answer, then you ask your upline or you go search it out. And so you're really just paying this forward. That's all this is. So I think that's all I had. Thank you guys for taking your time this evening to come chat with us. And does anybody have questions? We'd love to answer those. I'm trying to figure out how to pull this up. There we go.
Yeah, we would love for any of you to ask any questions. We try to go over like the most commonly asked questions that we get talking one-on-one with women. But sometimes we don't address things. And sometimes, you know, you have a question, and just so you know, we all heard this in school. There's no dumb question. There's really not, because if you're thinking it, someone else is probably wondering it too. So I don't know if any of you have any questions. There is a way to unmute yourself, the bottom left-hand corner. Anybody?
Or the chat. There's a chat bar too. That's what I was looking
for. Or you can type in the chat as well.
Yeah.
I won't let there be awkward silence. So I'll talk, but you guys can either interrupt or type it in. But just so you guys know, Jackie had mentioned a mentorship we offer every month, and we start the first week of every month. So we have one coming up the first week of April. So if those of you are considering it, we would plug you into that so you can truly just start learning the basics of the business. It's not scary. It's like a challenge group where we just share something every day on the business, and then you check in on some action items that we give you, because you do have to take action. But that is something that would be starting, I guess that's like 2 weeks from now, right? Less than 2 weeks. Yeah. April, I don't even know. April 2nd. Yeah, April 2nd. Thank you, Crystal. So that's coming up. So we'd love to have any of you get started there. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Are there any questions?
I know I've had a lot of people, we talk about like the challenge groups and stuff. And I think maybe you mentioned this, Lindsay, but really your first step is getting started if you're not already in a challenge group. Like you do that part first, and you really just start slowly kind of sharing that. And I don't want you to think too that you're going to like get on social media and be posting your shakes and your workouts, and you're just going to be you. Like, you know, that's not, it's still gonna, I mean, you're gonna have to share more of your heart, but it's not gonna be about pushing fitness and health into people's faces. And when you do your first challenge group, like she said, we do those things together the first time until you're ready to like step out on your own and do that. Yes.
Amen. I see that little baby, and I just want to squeeze it. Squeeze it, her. Okay, I think I saw pink. I'm like, I won't call your baby an it, but I just want to squeeze that little baby. I've seen her through the whole thing. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful. I hope you know that we all come from different backgrounds, working. A lot of the women in our team are still working full time. We have some stay-at-home moms. We have some people working part-time. There really is a way to make this work, you know, at any point in your life. It just takes a decision to start taking some steps to do it. So the other thing is, you guys, if you want some time to think about this, just know that you can reach out to whoever invited you and ask them questions. If you want to just do more of a one-on-one talk with them, if you still have hesitations or fears, it is so normal. Very scary. Like, this is a big decision. We all felt that way. And so just if you're feeling the fear, it's normal. It doesn't mean it's not right. It's just, it's new and it's scary, but we want to help you talk through, pray through that decision. If your spouses have questions, a lot of times, sometimes that is a holdup. A spouse is like, no, girl, you ain't doing that. You ain't getting on that pyramid scheme. things I've heard, you know, and that's totally normal. Like, I'm not dogging on any spouse that feels that way, because it's their I don't want to say lack of knowledge, but they just don't know what it is, and it's scary for them too. So if you have a spouse that's not on board, just talk through with them and don't hold it against them. And that's just huge, to have communication with them as well. But if they have questions too, please bring them to us as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Unless anyone has any questions, I will end this so y'all can get back to life. And yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. Okay, good. We thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. And if you missed some of this and hopped on late, I will post the recording of this in that same the same group. I'll try and get it done tonight. So if you want to catch that, you can. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys.
Bye.